Welcome back to Zen in 10. We are in week 3, day 3, and this is called Well Fueled Wednesday. So we've gone over already this week how to tidy up your desk, which we have the checklist available in the fitness center, nice and laminated for you now. If you guys want to add anything to these checklists, I left some blank space below here, so you can tailor it to your needs. All right, and then you'll just take a little dry erase marker, check them off each morning, gets you right away. And then you can also, refill your water bottle. You can put how many ounces and cross them off as you go, like I was kind of mentioning in the video from yesterday. So if you would like to pick one of these up, we have them here. We also have your feel-good hormone checklist. So just hitting the different categories. Sometimes I'll just put a big X once I've hit one of those for the day. So if I went outside and took a walk in the park, I'll cross off serotonin. If I'm, listening to music that makes me feel good, dopamine, cross off. Oxytocin, if I get time to connect with you guys, cross it off. And then by the end, usually I'm hitting something in the endorphin category. All right. So that's how I like to do mine. You guys can just keep it there as a reminder. You don't need to I very much, like I said, need to cross things off. So you guys can use these however you want, but they are both available in the fitness center. So you come grab them. If you already have too much at your desk and it's overwhelming, no big deal. Just remember to focus on a couple things a day that make you feel a little more organized. All right, which is why we're going to talk about meal prepping today. So we've already talked about what our macros are, kind of what to put in a meal prep per se if we are making our food every day. But this is just a little bit easier way to do it. It also helps with decision fatigue. So that way you guys aren't, number one, you don't get sick of your meals necessarily because we're not meal prepping the same thing every day, but it also helps you make one less decision on what to do. So you mainly can pick from these containers. So I use a 3-bin system. You use proteins, fats, and carbs, right? Our 3 main macros in different bins. So proteins, boom. Carbs, boom. Fats, boom. Remember, sometimes our fats come in a little smaller container or we use a little less because they are more calories per gram. So if you are somebody that's trying to stay in a calorie deficit, obviously watching fat intake is important. Protein is still going to be your most important to build the muscle, but in a calorie deficit or somebody who's just in maintenance, if you're not tracking calories at all and don't care, then just pick your favorite foods from each container, throw it together, and you have lunch. All right. So for instance, today what I did is like a sweet potato bowl. So I have ground beef, sweet potato, and then I just like a cabbage, spinach mix. I keep them all in separate containers. I do warm up the sweet potato in like a little plastic wrap. You can also buy on Amazon, it's kind of like a potato sleeve. So that way, if you're not somebody that likes to reheat potatoes or different things over and over because they get mushy or anything, that's a really good thing to have. You just warm it up in the microwave. And I do mine like completely uncooked. So it takes about 6 minutes. Throw it in there, throw your protein. So honestly, I have 3 vats right now. It's ground beef, 2 pounds of ground beef. I keep a cup serving in there, boom, throw it in my meal, close that, either get another container or you can just mix them all that morning. I have a container of eggs and then I have some carb sources as well. So this is a really easy system, especially if you're cooking for multiple people who don't necessarily like the same thing, or if you're somebody that gets really bored of meal prep. If you are not someone that's really bored of meal prep, that is totally fine. Also, you can get these slated meal prep containers, so not everything's touching if you're picky in that way. But basically, a 3-bin method takes me and my fiance about 2 hours to prep. Let me preface this, to prep about 30 meals. So that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, for the whole entire week for all of us. So me, my son, and my fiance can eat off of that. And then anything that we don't eat, we usually have like one leftover day on the weekend. And then one day we'll go out. So make this work for your family, your schedule, whatever works. This just alleviates some of the stress of where am I going to go for lunch? oh, that didn't make me feel the best. Why is that? It kind of helps you be in control of how your body feels. And I know there's a lot of people that have restrictions as far as vegetarian, low FODMAP, gluten-free. So obviously adjust these to you. If you do have questions, my scope of practice does only go so far. But I have a whole bunch of recipes here that I can share with you if you'd like as well. And then also, what I would like you to comment below is your favorite meal prep recipe, or just favorite recipe in general. So that way we can give some people ideas. And then I am going to put on a like quick build a meal template. So basically it's 1 scoop of protein, 1 scoop of veggies, 1 scoop of carb, and then your sauce or seasonings obviously can go in kind of this size. So there's lots of different ones like that. There's Mediterranean bowls, Southwest, and it's kind of just a pairing of like what foods go good together that maybe you wouldn't have thought of. I know there's a lot of recipes online right now, so I'm not gonna like spam you with this entire recipe book, but just more pairings of these are palatable foods. These foods mix really well with digestion, and these foods are great for skin health or this and that. So I'm going to throw those on there, but I am actually going to end early for once because the 3-bin method really does help. And like I said, if you're not somebody who needs to have something different each day for meal prep, then by all means, throw yours all in one container and make it easy for yourself. But if you are, the bulk meal prep is extremely easy. If one morning you are not feeling eggs, great, let's throw oatmeal, and oh, I need, a higher protein source. Let's throw some sausages in there. Okay, it gives you a little bit more control. And also, if you've already had these foods marked in MyFitnessPal, it's really easy just to add them as you go. All right, so comment below your favorite either meal prep or just recipe that you don't consider a meal prep. It's something you more cook for your family at home. And then we are going to do Throwback Thursday tomorrow. It's going to be a workout to 90s music at 2 o'clock in the fitness center. So if you're able to make that, great. If not, I will be going live on here. Actually, not live since we don't have 50 subscribers yet. So I'll post it after we go live, so you guys can do that. And then Friday, we'll be posting 2 videos. So we'll post Fridays, what do we got? Fiber focused, and then muscle connection Monday. So that way, if you guys want to knock it out before vacation, if you need a little break while on this long weekend, obviously pick it up then. But we will meet back for Tension Release Tuesday after that, after the nice holiday weekend, and that'll actually be our final week for Zen in 10. So our next challenge is a rowing challenge. So if you're like, I really love this, I want to keep going, but maybe take it up a notch and get into more competition mode now, June 1st through the 30th, we're running a rowing competition. So you guys can sign up now or just email me if you'd rather. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, drop them below. Otherwise, I will see you all in here.